Okay, my fellow peeps, so yeah, Venom Let There Be Carnage is a 2021 American superhero film featuring the Marvel Comics character Venom. Yeah, the same character from Marvel vs. fucking Capcom. Clash of super fucking heroes. Produced by Columbia Pictures in association with Marvel and Tencent Pictures and distributed by Sony Pictures Releasing. It is the second film in Sony's Spider-Man universe and a sequel to Venom. Yeah, the 2018 film of Venom. Yeah. Well, I gotta say, I have not watched this movie yet, but I sure love to see it. And I haven't seen the first Venom movie either. So yeah, I'd like to see these two films along with all 3 Spider-Man films. Yeah. Anyway, peeps, let's get into them. Alright, my fellow peeps, FYI, this contains fucking spoilers. So you have been warned. In 1996, a young Cletus Cassidy watches helplessly as his love, Francis Barrison, who has the ability of sound manipulation, is taken away from St. Estes' home for unwanted children to the Ravencroft Institute. On the way, she attempts to use her sonic scream powers to escape, attacking young police officer Patrick Mulligan, who shoots Francis in the eye and suffers an injury to his ear due to her scream. Unbeknownst, Patrick, who believes he killed her, Francis is taken to the facility which is hardened against her powers. In present time, Patrick, now a detective, contacts Eddie Brock to speak to Cletus, a serial killer who refuses to talk to anyone other than Eddie following their interview a year prior. A visit, Venom, Eddie's symbiote, is able to figure out where Cletus has hidden the bodies of the victims, where he gives Eddie a huge career boost. Eddie is then contacted by his ex-fiancée, Anne Wayne, who tells him that she is now engaged to Dr. Dan Lewis, much to Venom's displeasure. Well, holy fucking shit. Isn't that fucked up? Well, unless it has something to do with cheating on or whatever it is. Yeah, you gotta have to live with it or move the fuck on. So yeah, Cletus, who is found guilty of his crimes and earlier sentenced to death by lethal injection. Hey, yeah, lethal injection. I should have thought about doing such a thing to Dr. Wily instead of starting a Grounded series. Nah, I'm just kidding about it. But we're not talking about that Dr. Asshole Wily right now. So anyways, Cletus invited Brock over to San Quentin Tarantino. I'm sorry, peeps. I'm at San Quentin State Prison. Okay, so Cletus invited Eddie Brock over to San Quentin State Prison, where Cassidy... Yeah, Cletus Cassidy is detained on death row to attend his execution. However, Venom is provoked to attack Cletus via insult towards Eddie. A shocked Cletus Cassidy bites Eddie's hand, indigesting a small part of the symbiote, observing his blood to begin to move on its own. Back home, Venom, wanting more freedom to eat bad people instead of chickens, and has an argument with Eddie, and the two ended up fighting until the symbiote detaches from his body. They go their different ways. Ah, shit. Yeah, I don't know why friendships had to go bad sometimes. Alright. Cletus' execution fails when a red symbiote emerges and blocks the injection. He introduces himself as Carnage. And then, Carnage goes on a violent rampage through the prison, freeing inmates and killing guards. So Cletus and Carnage then make a deal. Carnage will help Cletus break out Francis from Ravencroft, and Cletus will help him eliminate Eddie and Venom. Patrick Mulligan calls Eddie and warns him about the situation. In Ravencroft, Cletus frees Francis, and they travel to their old children's home to burn it down. Okay, I don't know what the fuck is this going on. I just don't know why it has something to do with arson and shit. Wait a minute, I've never seen the movie yet. Sorry about that. Okay, so Patrick, suspicious of Eddie due to his interactions with Cletus before Carnage emerged, takes Eddie to the police station. Oh shit!
How do I look?
Fuck you, Morrigan! Sorry about that, peeps. Let's proceed. Then Eddie refuses to answer to Patrick's questions and contacts Anne as his lawyer. Well, I'll be damned. Eddie reveals that Venom has separated from him and needs the symbiote to fight Carnage together. As Venom makes his way through San Francisco by hoping from body to body, Anne finds and convinces him to forgive Eddie. She bonds with Venom and breaks Eddie out of the police station. Eddie and Venom make amends to bond again. Yeah, it sure is great to have friendship to bond. Alright, Cletus takes Patrick hostage. Francis captures Anne after failing to find Eddie Brock. Whoa, that's fucking crazy. Holy shit, I'll be goddamned about that. Okay, so anyways, Francis gives Lewis, Dr. Dan Lewis, information on Anne's whereabouts and gives it to Eddie Brock. Cletus and Francis plan to get married at a cathedral where Venom appears and fights Carnage, who acknowledges Venom as his father and whom Venom reluctantly fights due to its deadly nature, until Eddie convinces him. Francis seemingly kills Patrick by hanging him into the chain. Oh shit. Venom holds his own against his spawn, but he is eventually brutally overpowered by Carnage, and the latter decides to kill Anne atop of the cathedral. Wow. Venom manages to rescue Anne in time and provokes the fuck out of Francis to use her powers again. Her sonic blast, amplified by the cathedral's bell, causes both symbiotes to separate from their hosts as the cathedral collapses and the falling bell kills Francis Barrison. Venom saves Eddie by bonding with him before the impact. Carnage tries to bond with Cletus Cassidy again, but Venom devours the symbiote. Oh my fucking god, man. Cletus states that he only wanted to be Eddie's friend, but Venom bites Cletus's head off. Oh shit! Okay, while Eddie, Venom, Anne, and Dr. Dan Lewis escape, a still living corpse of Patrick Mulligan's eyes flash blue. Eddie and Venom decided to take a vacation while they pondered their next steps. In the mid-credits scene, as Venom tells Eddie about the symbiote's hive knowledge of other universes, a blinding light transports them from their hotel to another room. Yeah, if you wanted to know why is that, yeah, you'll find out after the credits is gonna end. Yeah, I don't want to spoil that final scene in the mid-credit shit. So in conclusion, my fellow peeps, this sequel was supposed to be released last year in October, but sadly it was delayed due to this goddamn fucking COVID-19 pandemic. So the film has grossed over $287 million worldwide and received mixed reviews from critics. Well, I haven't seen the sequel or the 2018 film for that matter, but yeah, I sure love to see them. But if that sequel was ever sold out in my area, well, I could always wait until it's released on DVD and Blu-ray. So, that wraps it up. So if you like this movie, well, that's good. And if you don't, well, that's alright with me.
Fuck you, man!
How's that feel?
Shut the fuck up!